哎呦，我在那啥呀？啊！那两个那有东西。
I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna let them out. It's midnight. What are you doing here?
From disturbing clip of a man being stalked by something inhuman outside his home to an unsettling footage of a worker exploring an abandoned building's basement and facing pure terror, and a chilling video of hikers discovering massive serpents deep in the Indonesian jungle. These are some of the most unsettling moments ever captured on camera. Stick around because you won't want to miss a single one. A group of hikers ventured deep into the dense Indonesian wilderness, chasing adventure, but what they stumbled upon instead was so disturbing it could make even the bravest among us freeze in terror. This chilling footage shows the unlucky hikers coming face to face with massive pythons coiled tightly around tree trunks. You can almost feel the raw strength in the way those bodies twist around the trees. And the sheer size of them is enough to make anyone's skin crawl. Especially that first one, it looks straight out of a nightmare. These giants are known as reticulated pythons, the largest snakes in the world and native to Southeast Asia. They can grow up to 50 feet long and weigh as much as 75 kilograms, making them every bit as monstrous as they look in that clip. Now, I know what you're thinking. Were the hikers in danger? And the answer is, unfortunately, yes. Large pythons, like the reticulated or Burmese, are defensive predators. They don't usually attack unless they feel cornered, but from the way those snakes were staring, it definitely seemed like they were ready to strike at any moment.
Phép tắc gì cả, không nhá, thì nó mới qua địa bàn của em cắn bậy.
Sometimes we get that eerie feeling like something or someone is watching us, but we brush it off as just our imagination. But what if it isn't? This video was uploaded to a TikTok channel known for posting cryptid sightings, but this one, sent in by one of their viewers, takes things to a whole new level of creepy. According to the homeowner, when he returned home from work, something followed him, and the security camera caught it all. In the footage, a pale, hunched creature can be seen lurking in his backyard, peering into the property as if it's studying the place. Or maybe him. Its glowing eyes and stiff, unnatural movements make it even more unsettling. And the fact that no one knows what it really is just adds to the horror. For me, it's not just how this thing looks, it's how it moves and what it wants that really gets under your skin. So here's the question. Should the homeowner have confronted it or just called the police and stayed inside? Be honest, what would you have done? This video, uploaded on February 21st, 2023, quickly blew up on TikTok, and for all the wrong reasons. It comes from a worker in China who, while cleaning an abandoned building, heard strange, echoing noises coming from the basement. Instead of running like any sane person would, he decided to check it out, and that turned out to be the worst mistake of his life.
出来！
When he finally spotted whatever that thing was lurking in the flooded basement, his survival instincts kicked in. He bolted back upstairs while the creature started hurling things at him. But for reasons only he could explain, the man decided to go back down to confront it again. At first, it seemed the being had disappeared. However, when he called out into the darkness, it suddenly returned. The entity seeped out from beneath the door as if melting straight out of the shadows, and that's when the man finally sprinted out of there, ending the video. To this day, no one knows what that thing really was, or if the man ever went back. Some say it was just an illusion created by the murky water and bad lighting. Others believe something ancient was hiding down there, waiting for anyone foolish enough to disturb it. Whatever it was, one thing's for sure, that basement should probably stay sealed forever.
What?
This next video comes from a group of friends just hanging out and relaxing at a park until one of them spots something that shouldn't be possible. While sitting in their car, they spotted this strange pattern on a tree trunk, but when they looked closer, their hearts nearly stopped. It looked exactly like a human face, complete with a nose, eyes, mouth, the whole thing, and it seemed to be staring right back at them. In the light, it doesn't seem that obvious, but as the light fades, that face starts to look disturbingly real. And here's where it gets even creepier. If you look closely, it almost looks like the face blinks. Yeah, blinked. Now sure, it could just be pareidolia, that thing where our brains try to find faces in random patterns like clouds, tree bark, or shadows. I'd be on board with that explanation, but that blink makes it a lot harder to ignore. So what do you think? Was it just our minds playing tricks on us? Or did they actually capture something not entirely human? This guy heard his guard dogs going wild outside, growling, barking nonstop, so he stepped out to see what was happening, and what he found was seriously bizarre.
I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna let them out. It's midnight, what are you doing here?
You don't have to let them out.
I'm gonna let them out.
Don't do that.
They're here and they're waiting.
Don't do that.
Standing at his gate was a strange woman claiming she was there to bless him. But the dogs weren't buying it. They kept barking furiously, circling and growling as if they sensed something sinister. The woman kept insisting she meant no harm, yet her calm tone and eerie demeanor made the whole scene even creepier. Then, just when he turned to open the gate, she vanished.
I just came to bless you.
I'm letting my dogs out.
Don't do that.
The whole encounter feels unsettling, almost wrong. Some believe it could have been a setup for a robbery with accomplices hiding nearby, waiting for the man to let his guard down. Others think it might have been something far darker, a skinwalker or spirit disguised as a human, stopped only by the dog's instinct to protect. Whatever the truth is, it's definitely not something you'd want happening outside your home at night. What do you think? Should he have helped her or trusted his dog's warning? Camping is usually all about fun, adventure, and late-night campfire stories. But when it comes to this place in Indonesia, I wouldn't dare stay there even if someone offered me $1 million. This video, uploaded about 2 years ago, went viral on the Reddit community r/oddly terrifying, and for good reason. It was filmed by a group of campers in Indonesia who stumbled upon something deeply unsettling deep in the woods. At first glance, it looks like dead bodies lying out in the open, wrapped tightly in white cloth, right in the middle of the forest. Pretty horrifying, right? I can't even imagine these guys deciding to camp next to that. But before we jump to conclusions, there might be more to it than it seems. If you ask me, this could actually be part of a local burial tradition, where graves are marked by head and footstones, and these bodies are actually wrapped graves as a way to save them from natural wear to decay. Interestingly, in some parts of Indonesia, there's also an ancient ritual where families dig up their deceased relatives, dress them up, and celebrate with them once a year to honor their memory. Some locals even say the practice of leaving wrapped bodies in certain areas might be a way to keep predators away because of the strong scent. Whatever the case may be, if you happen to stumble upon this scene without knowing the tradition, well, that might just be your last camping trip ever. This photo, taken a few years ago, was originally posted on Facebook by a member of the photographer's family. It wasn't until later that someone noticed something really terrifying about it. On first look, it seems like a normal party photo, but when you zoom in, you get chills noticing a creepy face hidden within the image. If you zoom in on the red circled area, you'll see it. What makes this even more unsettling is that the person who posted it, the photographer's uncle, knows nothing about Photoshop or digital editing. And even if he did, he would never alter a cherished family photo just to deceive anyone. It would be a pointless thing to do. According to the family, this is the original untouched image, and whatever's lurking in it, well, no one's been able to explain it since. If you think werewolves are nothing more than folklore and Hollywood fiction, this next video might make you think twice. Originally shared on a cryptid page on Facebook and later uploaded to Reddit, it comes from a man in Arkansas who claimed that while out walking his dog, he suddenly felt like he was being watched. The forest went deathly silent. His dog started acting strangely, and that's when he saw it, something he swears looked exactly like a werewolf.
Man, it's a full moon tonight, yo. Full moon tonight. What the f*** is that? What the fuck?
Turn your volume up and you can clearly hear deep guttural growls echoing through the trees, along with a pair of glowing eyes watching from the darkness. Now imagine being out there, just you, your dog, and that. It's the kind of sight that would shake anyone to their core. But here's where things get strange. Those eyes didn't look like ordinary reflections. Animal eyes usually shine back light, but these seem to emit it, flickering almost like they were alive with energy.
What the f***?
Some viewers pointed out that you can still hear crickets and other forest sounds in the background, something that usually stops when a real predator is near. Others argue that it might mean something far more elusive was lurking there, something that doesn't play by the rules of nature. If that's true, then maybe, just maybe, our forests hide more than we were ever meant to find. For decades, countless people have claimed to see towering wolf-like beasts lurking in the shadows of rural America, creatures half man, half animal, with glowing eyes and claws that scrape against the dark. But what if they're more than just legends? Researcher Linda Godfrey became one of the leading voices on the mysterious Dogman, proposing that wolves had somehow adapted to walk upright, perhaps to scare off humans. But the deeper she dug, the stranger the truth seemed. Take the 1936 Shackleman encounter in Wisconsin, where two brothers spotted a fur-covered creature kneeling by a burial mound, digging with its paws. When it stood up, it reeked of decay and growled a word that sounded like gutturah, but the witness sketch, it looked exactly like a bear, flat paws, stubby tail and all. Then came the 2011 Martin encounter in Maine. The couple described 5 dogmen with green eyes, brown fur, and plantigrade feet, exactly how a bear moves when rising on its hind legs. Even the snarling faces they drew matched thin or malnourished bears whose fur loss makes their features appear stretched and canine. This seems horrifying, but the truth could be far less supernatural. Many of these so-called wolfman sightings match the appearance and behavior of bears, especially those sick with mange or starving after a harsh season. When a bear loses its fur, its limbs appear unnaturally long, its spine slopes like that of a hyena, and its pointed ears and gaunt face take on an almost human or demonic shape. Caught in dim light, a standing bear can easily resemble a creature walking upright, its glowing eyes nothing more than reflected light. So maybe the dogmen people claim to see aren't mythical beasts at all, but real animals seen in moments of fear and confusion, ordinary bears mistaken for monsters, and through that fear, turned into legends that refuse to die. This next video, captured on a home security camera, is exactly why I avoid night walks, because out there in the dark, you never know what's watching you from just beyond the light. The clip blew up on Reddit after it appeared to show what looks like a ghostly figure wandering around someone's driveway. The weird part is that as soon as the figure steps into view, it completely vanishes the moment the floodlights turn on. Yeah, that's where things get seriously creepy. Naturally, Reddit went into full detective mode. While some were convinced it was something paranormal, others tried to find a logical explanation. One commenter named Helpful Name shared a really interesting take. He suggested the figure might have only looked strange or disappeared because of a low-quality camera. With poor lighting and a slow frame rate, colors can blend and movement can blur, making ordinary things look totally otherworldly. He even guessed it might have just been a kid wrapped in a blanket or something equally harmless. Still, he added, if weird stuff like this keeps happening around that house, maybe it's time to dig a little deeper. So what do you think? Was it just a glitch in the camera, or did something else get caught on tape that night? In our age of advanced technology, even warfare has evolved, and this incredible creation from Ukraine proves just how far things have come. At first glance, this video looks straight out of a science fiction movie. You can see what appears to be a tall, fiery figure moving through the brush. As it enters the area, sparks start flying, and moments later it explodes, leaving a trail of flames behind. It honestly looks like some kind of otherworldly fire creature, meeting its end right there on camera. But when you find out what it actually was, you'll be shocked. In reality, this wasn't a creature at all. It was a Ukrainian drone equipped with an incendiary charge. An incendiary charge is basically a device designed to start fires through chemical reactions rather than explosions. In this case, the charge was used to ignite explosives within a shell, not to start a random fire. It's honestly terrifying to think that drones can carry things like that, silent, fast, and deadly from above. Makes you wonder what's next? Drones carrying guns? Yeah, I'll pass on that future. In the quiet Kazakh village of Konkol, strange rumors began spreading that left the locals terrified. It started with whispers of a pale woman with long blonde hair who appeared in the middle of dark country roads, so terrifying that even grown men were said to scream in fear. To make matters worse, a video soon surfaced showing the same ghostly figure in a long white dress standing motionless on a rural road at night. Witnesses claimed she would suddenly appear in front of cars, forcing drivers to swerve to avoid her, only for her to vanish into thin air. Others said she'd knock on car windows, disappear, and then reappear inside the vehicle beside the driver. The resemblance to Sadako from The Ring was uncanny, making many suspect it was just an elaborate hoax. But for the villagers, fear had already taken hold. Some turned to prayer, others claimed the spirit was real. And local authorities even got involved after panic began to spread through the region. In truth, the story might be far less supernatural than it seems. Kazakhstan has a long tradition of eerie folklore, and sometimes myths have a way of blending with modern fears and viral videos. Maybe this ghost was simply a prank gone too far, or maybe it was something else entirely, something that reminds us how easily a story can take on a life of its own. Whatever it was, one thing's certain: you wouldn't want to meet her alone on a dark Kazakh road at night. In the city of Bangalore, India, a chilling piece of CCTV footage has been making the rounds online, and it's leaving viewers both fascinated and uneasy. The surveillance camera installed outside a building facing a busy road captured what appears to be a faint, ghost-like figure gliding across the street in the dead of night. Locals claim this particular junction has always felt strange, with reports of sudden chills, flickering lights, and mysterious accidents happening far too often to ignore. Many believe the footage finally proves what residents have been whispering about for years, a restless spirit haunting the road. Others, however, believe it might just be an optical illusion or a camera glitch amplified by the eerie timing, because you can see the drivers passing on the road and even those on cycles and bikes didn't notice this thing at all. Whatever it is, the sight of that translucent shape drifting silently through the night is enough to make anyone think twice before walking that road alone. It was a quiet night in Mentor, Ohio, until a wave of strange reports started flooding into the local police station, leaving officers completely baffled. Residents claimed they'd seen a little girl running alone through the streets late at night, but whenever anyone tried to approach her, she'd just vanish into thin air. Hoping to make sense of it, officers reviewed nearby surveillance footage, but what they found was downright unsettling. The video showed the faint, ghostly figure of a small girl appearing and disappearing near the roadside, almost like she was flickering between two worlds. Witnesses described her as being around 7 years old, with a blurry outline that made her face almost impossible to make out, as if she wasn't fully there. At first, police thought the whole thing was a prank, but that changed the moment they saw the footage for themselves. Just like the last mysterious case, people were divided. Some believe it's the spirit of a child who met a tragic end in the area years ago, while skeptics argue it's nothing more than a camera glitch or trick of the light. After all, night vision cameras often struggle to capture light accurately. They can easily mistake shadows or reflections for movement, creating that eerie, ghost-like effect. Still, if you saw that figure standing by the road in the middle of the night, would you dare to get closer? A friends duo went on a late-night ghost hunting adventure in their neighborhood, but what they ended up capturing made them instantly regret that decision for life. This video, uploaded about 8 years ago on a small YouTube channel called Hanez, comes from a kid documenting his ghost exploration with a friend. Everything seemed fine at first, just two curious teens recording their spooky adventure until they arrived at their destination, their old school. That's when things took a terrifying turn.
Hej allihopa! Idag så ska jag gå till min skola för vi har hört att det går ett rykte där som säger att det är...
There in the dim light, they spotted a strange figure doing something completely bizarre. The moment they noticed it, panic kicked in, they bolted out of there at full speed, and the video cut off right after. Unfortunately, there's not much more context since the video was uploaded years ago with no follow-up or explanation. But whatever that thing was, it didn't look like a prank. The figure blends naturally with the grainy pixels of the footage. And the way it moves, it's just off, too strange to be human, yet too real to be fake. So if it's not a prank, then what are we really looking at here? It was October 18th, 2024, when Michael's girlfriend, Trisha, was relaxing on the patio with a drink. Out of nowhere, she heard the door chime go off, so she went to check the front door. But strangely, no one was there. When she came back, her cup had fallen over, and the chair had moved. At first, it just seemed weird, maybe a breeze or some coincidence, but when they checked their Ring camera later that night, their hearts absolutely sank at what they saw. The footage showed a ghostly, transparent figure moving across the patio, the same one that triggered the door chime, sat in the chair, and even appeared to reach for Trisha's drink before vanishing into thin air. The family was left completely shaken, terrified that something or someone otherworldly had entered their home. Now, some people believe it's just a camera glitch, since night vision cameras can struggle with reflections and motion blur, making things look transparent or ghost-like. But what makes this clip so creepy is how Trisha never reacted, as if she couldn't see the figure at all, even though it was right there on camera. Honestly, whether it's a glitch or something beyond explanation, I'd say it's time they call the cops or maybe even a priest on this ghostly intruder. This guy was sleeping peacefully in his bed, but what his security camera captured that night will definitely make anyone think twice before sleeping alone. The footage shows the uploader fast asleep in his room when something downright creepy happens. Out of the darkness in the corner, a long, shadowy hand slowly reaches toward him, and after seeming to draw something out, it retracts back into the darkness. The scariest part is that the uploader was completely alone that night, and even if he wasn't, that hand doesn't look human at all. It's way too long, unnaturally thin, and moves in a way that just doesn't feel right. And some viewers suggested it might have been edited, but if you look closely, the pixels stay consistent, no visible distortion when you zoom in, which makes it hard to dismiss as CGI. Whatever that thing was, it was there, and it clearly wanted something from him. The real question is, what did it take? The world seems divided into two groups, those who believe in Bigfoot and those who don't. But this video from Salt Fork State Park in Ohio might just shock both sides. This footage was uploaded to YouTube by a fisherman who had quite the unexpected encounter during his trip to the park. While heading toward his fishing spot, he started hearing heavy footsteps echoing through the woods. Curious and a little freaked out, he pulled out his camera to record. What he captured was a tall humanoid figure covered in dark fur, moving steadily between the trees in the distance. And here's the thing, it didn't move like a bear or an ape. The posture, the stride, everything about it seemed too human. Could it actually be Bigfoot? Now the distance makes it hard to clearly see the creature's face or details. But from what we can see, it definitely doesn't look like your average forest animal. So what do you think? A rare sighting of the elusive Bigfoot or just another cleverly filmed hoax? Before cameras, we never truly knew what lurked deep within the forests. But now, with trail and security cams, we're seeing things that grow darker and more disturbing with every capture. On January 22nd, 2020, the Washington State Department of Transportation shared a photo from their Sherman Pass camera showing what appears to be a tall, two-legged figure trudging through the snow. The dark silhouette stands out sharply against the trees with a posture and stride that look eerily human. The post instantly went viral, sparking a massive debate online. Some were convinced it was proof of Bigfoot, while others dismissed it as nothing more than a hiker or a weird shadow. Even the department joined in on the fun, jokingly writing, "Might be Sasquatch. We'll leave that up to you." Still, it's hard not to wonder, was it just a trick of the light, or did that camera really catch a glimpse of the legendary creature itself? A group of campers decided to set up in the heart of a dense forest in Arizona. Everything was as normal as a night in the woods could be, until they heard this.
I don't know.
That was a child screaming.
Joe, listen.
Or like a woman or something. That was a female screaming. Phil?
What I like to tell you is that
They heard a deep scream that sounded like that of a woman, moment when they started recording. And while recording, they hear it again.
Please, please, please.
Oh, fuck.
No.
Kind of fucking closer, man.
Oh my God, Phil, it sounds like somebody's being...
Curiosity got the best of them, so they went to check it out. But as they got closer, an even louder scream pierced the air. This one closer and even more intense.
Oh my God, Phil, it sounds like somebody's being...
Dude, you need to fucking help that fucking person, man. It's probably fucking...
Phil, that sounds like fucking like some scary movie shit.
Fucking middle of nowhere. Dude, I had the biggest fucking revolver ever, dude. That's fucking good.
Fucking face.
That's probably... Dude, we're in the middle of nowhere.
Dude, that sounds like some haunted ass shit, dude. What happened to the other steel target?
There's two. Wait, what the fuck
There's
is
one
that?
right there on the ground.
What the fuck is that?
On the ground.
What the fuck is that? The fuck is what? That right there.
What the f is that?
Dude, that's not normal.
No. Please tell me you guys are fucking with me. Oh! No!
Some claim it was a skinwalker, but if you look closely, there's something lurking behind the trees. While some viewers claimed it's just an owl, it has an eerie, humanoid-like form. The way it watches them from the shadows is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. What do you think this is? Could this be the legendary creature known as a skinwalker, known to mimic human voices, especially of people in distress, only to lure others deeper in the woods? This lady decides to go alone to the cabin she owns for some quiet time in the middle of the woods. During this seemingly normal night, though, she is left sleepless after seeing this.
Alexa, turn on the light.
She started recording this because she was feeling unsafe, not knowing exactly what is behind the curtain and too scared to go see. Strange thumbing noises can even be heard from outside, like someone was walking around. The woman is creeped out at this point. Not knowing what is outside, the figure continues showing itself to her, creeping the poor lady out. What could the figure be? And why isn't she calling someone? In this next encounter, a group of friends find an abandoned building that has all its doors and windows sealed shut. After much contemplation, they finally decide to record what's inside first before going in themselves. What they saw next terrified them.
Flash is on. Alright, let's take a look. What do you think's in there? I don't know.
A figure is watching them from the dark, not moving or running, just watching. Is it just a wild animal who found a place to hide in, or something else? These guys decided to go out for a hiking at night, but they encountered something terrifying.
Whoa, stop. What was that? What was that?
They continue walking around, thinking that the growl is from a bear nearby. Walking slowly and watching every direction, they anticipate and get ready for a bear encounter. Moments later, they finally realize that the growl was not from a bear.
That is a growl.
It is a growl. Fall back up this way.
They decide to make the right decision of immediately leaving after hearing whatever that was. Could that have been a strange growl coming from a nearby animal? A bear? Or maybe a moose? How about a cryptid? Even if it wasn't a Bigfoot or any other cryptid, they were still in a lot of danger. This next video is of trail camera footage that captured a strange sight. The joints, or the legs of the creature, don't seem to resemble any animal. They are tiny compared to the torso. So, what exactly is this? A deformed creature, a more reclusive animal, or something more creepy? Ring cameras are our supposed guardians against the unknown, faithfully recording our surroundings day and night. But what happens when that constant vigilance unearths something unexplainable? Take a look at this eerie clip. This video from California in 2023 shows a ring camera view of a house at night. The street is empty, and something strange crawls across the front door. It's hard to see clearly in the corner of the frame, but it looks like a spider. However, upon closer inspection, the blood runs cold. Slowing down the video reveals the true source of the chills. The creature's body possesses an otherworldly shape, unlike any arachnid I've encountered in my life. No familiar number of legs, no discernible head, just a bizarre, unsettling form that defies explanation. Unsurprisingly, viewers are abuzz with speculation, with alien visitor being a popular theory, considering the creature's bizarre anatomy. It's a theory that holds a strange kind of weight. So, I put it to you, what do you think lurks in the shadows beyond this ring camera's view? The search for Bigfoot, the legendary ape-like creature, continues to spark debate between believers and skeptics. This video from Canada might just put fuel to that fire.
See that they're moving.
A hiker in the Canadian boreal forest captured footage of a strange dark shape across a lake. The video shows the lake with a black dot on the opposite side, likely the object that caught the hiker's attention. The dark figure appears to move across the landscape, occasionally bending down as if picking something up. While some viewers see a humanoid walk, it's difficult to discern details from this distance. The video has sparked discussion, with some claiming it's a Bigfoot sighting. However, without zooming in or further evidence, it's impossible to draw definitive conclusions. Notably, the hiker doesn't zoom in on the creature, leaving some viewers questioning the video's authenticity. Ever heard of a fish with a legendary connection to earthquakes? Well, if you didn't, this next clip is for you. This giant you see here is the oarfish, a fascinating creature known for its incredible length. As you saw, they can grow up to 8 meters, 26 feet. These deep sea dwellers are rarely seen near the surface, but some cultures believe their appearance foretells earthquakes. The video captures a particularly impressive specimen, possibly the longest ever recorded. But is there any truth to the earthquake connection? The link stems from a cluster of oarfish sightings in Japan from 2009-2010, followed by the devastating 2011 Fukushima earthquake and tsunami. This led some to believe the oarfish were a harbinger of disaster. However, there's no scientific evidence to support this. While oarfish may be sensitive to changes in their environment, a connection to earthquakes remains unproven. Still, You can't deny the oarfish's captivating presence. Imagine encountering this behemoth in the ocean. It's no wonder sailors of old spun tales of sea monsters. There's a reason they say, don't mess with nature. And this video from the Amazon rainforest is a prime example. This scary footage shows a tourist in the Amazon doing something incredibly dangerous, poking in a swamp with a stick. In a flash, a giant anaconda lunges out of the water, jaws wide open. Luckily, the tourist reacts quickly and narrowly avoids the attack, retreating just in time. This video is a chilling reminder of why respecting wildlife is crucial. Just a split second slower, and things could have ended very differently. The nervous laughter at the end says it all, a close call that serves as a valuable lesson. When we're in nature, it's important to remember that wild animals are unpredictable. Always admire them from a safe distance and avoid anything that could provoke them. Mother Nature can be a force to be reckoned with. And this dust storm in Mumbai, India, is a powerful reminder of that. This video, captured by an office worker, shows the raw power of a fierce dust storm engulfing Mumbai. The atmosphere is thick with dust, and strong winds are whipping debris around. Then, in a shocking moment, a large under-construction billboard trembles violently before collapsing to the ground with a loud bang. The cameraman's reaction perfectly captures the shock and terror of the scene. The news behind this video is even more devastating. This incident tragically caused multiple deaths and injuries. Dust storms are uncommon in India, and many structures simply aren't built to withstand them. Hopefully, this event will prompt the government to take steps to improve safety regulations for such situations. There's a popular theory that ghosts can't physically interact with the living because they're just energy imprints. But videos like this one challenge that idea. This video, uploaded to Reddit by user usualsillis1277, shows them exploring an abandoned hospital. Right from the start, the atmosphere is creepy, debris scattered everywhere, damaged walls, and missing floors. As the cameraman pans the camera down a hallway, something makes them abruptly stop and run out of frame, ending the video. Did you notice that? Slowing down and zooming in around the 8-second mark, some viewers believe they've spotted a strange figure. It has a human-like body shape, but with a ghostly white face. If it is a figure, the way it peeks out and seems to stare at the camera is definitely unsettling. Of course, the question remains, ghost or elaborate prank? It's hard to say for sure. Personally, I wouldn't dress up as a ghost to scare my friends in a creepy place like that. Way too unsettling for me. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Art imitates life, and life imitates art. Until now, I thought this didn't apply to science fiction or horror movies. They seemed like the work of an overly imaginative bunch of people. But after watching this clip, I'm seriously doubting that. I don't know where art ends and reality begins.
What is happening?
A couple is driving through what they claim is somewhere near Niagara Falls. See all these people? They seem to be It's as if somebody yelled statue and people froze in whatever position they were in. This scene is straight out of a horror flick. If I were in that car, I'd lose my marbles. This just freaks me out. I really hope this is some kind of act or silent protest, and that all these people are voluntarily standing still. If not, I have no logical explanation for this. But one thing's for sure, I'm not going to Niagara Falls anytime soon. What is the one thing you look for the most when you're on vacation? For me, it's peace. I want to escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life and enjoy some quality solitude. Well, this next clip might make that peace a distant dream. This person is showing off their Airbnb booking. Looks great, doesn't it? Cozy bed, nice interiors and furniture, a beautiful bathtub, and plenty of wardrobe space for your belongings. But wait, there's a dark twist. Hidden inside one of those wardrobes is a secret chamber. And it's not just a small space. It's big enough for a few people to walk around and possibly stalk the occupants. But that's not all. This secret chamber leads to another hidden room, a full-size room. It gives off serious serial killer vibes. Why would someone construct such a space and then rent it out? What secrets is the owner hiding? This gives me a very bad feeling. Next time you're on vacation, make sure to thoroughly check your room. You never know what might be lurking behind those walls. Let's raise the horror quotient with this bizarre and chilling video. This person is out in the wild at night. You can hear a river flowing nearby, and the only light comes from the camera or a flashlight. At first, nothing seems out of place. But as they pan the camera around, they spot something unsettling. It looks like a man sitting on the riverbank. But what would someone be doing there at this time, in the pitch black with no light? He seems completely unfazed by the person recording him. He turns slightly to acknowledge the camera, but with no significant reaction. Now, here's where it gets terrifying. Look closely. He's not wearing any clothes. His skin looks bleached, almost white as if burned or decomposed. And his face, just below his eyes. There's something reflecting the light very brightly. Our person tries to get closer, and then the man slowly slips into the water and disappears. Who was that? Or what was that? Definitely not a living person? Is this evidence of the underworld? Was that a corpse caught between life and death? The eerie calm of this video really creeps me out. There's so much we don't know about our reality. What if that thing had attacked our cameraman? It's beyond me why people take such risks in life. Speaking of life and death, our next clip shows just how fragile and unpredictable life can be. One moment you're laughing and enjoying time with friends, and the next, it's all over. Fair warning, this clip ends in tragedy.
Нет места. Вот, так я уже эту всю флешку снимал. Ничего себе.
These guys seem to be somewhere in the wild. Judging by their attire, they might be construction workers. There's a bear just outside their cabin, and their dog is trying to chase it away. The men are laughing, completely unaware of the danger they're in.
Сейчас она ему поймает.
Watch closely. Another bear appears, then another. That's 3 full-grown bears. Yet, our men still don't take it seriously, or take any precautions. Suddenly, the biggest bear of them all attacks. and the clip ends there. Tragically, it was reported that they didn't make it. There are a lot of lessons here for all of us. First, stay away from places where you might encounter wild animals. Second, if you ever do, treat them with the utmost respect and caution. Third, protect nature and stop encroaching on wild spaces. The bear acted on instinct. It's these men who lost their survival instinct. So remember to respect the wild and always take caution. We've seen a lot of weird and bizarre stuff on this channel, but I don't remember coming across a haunted Alexa until now. Yes, we're about to witness a haunted Alexa. This video comes from a 20-year-old man who isn't religious and doesn't believe in ghosts or spirits. But even he agrees there's some strange energy in his house. While he was doing laundry in his living room, his Alexa started playing old songs at a low volume in the bedroom. He doesn't listen to these kinds of songs at all. So, 2 questions. 1. Why is Alexa playing these songs? 2. Who instructed Alexa to play them? There's no one in the room. He also claims this isn't the first weird experience he's had. He's seen things move by themselves and heard unexplainable crashing sounds. Here's a twist you didn't see coming. Our man claims all of this started after his girlfriend brought home 2 old dolls. You can see them there, the ones in the gold box. So, could these dolls really be haunted? If they can make Alexa play songs, what else can they do? I'm afraid I'll develop pediophobia if I see any more of these haunted doll videos. For those who don't know, pediophobia is the fear of dolls. What's more dangerous? Haunted dolls or the fear of haunted dolls? If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Our next clip is another reason why you shouldn't venture out to unknown abandoned places at night.
Esto pasó ayer en Barquisimeto. ¿Qué creen ustedes que pueda haber sido?
Here we have some bikers who've captured something very weird and creepy. What is that? Is it a person? A life-size statue? And what's with that bizarre posture? Wait, look closely. The clothes are moving with the wind. So, is this a real person just frozen there? And where exactly are they? What are these bikers doing there at this time? Do they know what that is? If not, why is there no panic among them? This clip is bizarre in so many ways. I just hope our bikers made it out safe. Next up is a clip about one of the most discussed, debated, and controversial creatures ever, Bigfoot. The Bigfoot conspiracy just never seems to go away. Every time we think we've seen it all, another video surfaces to stir up the whole debate.
What the hell? What is that?
Here we have 2 hikers trying to find the perfect spot to camp. They're excited about their location, thinking it's an ideal spot. But then, they see something walking nearby. It's an all-black humanoid bipedal figure. Here's the weird part. The creature goes and hides behind a tree, almost like it knows it doesn't want to be seen. Our hikers, not wanting to take any risks, decide to get out of there quickly. So what do you think? Is this real footage of Bigfoot? Or is it an elaborate setup for views and fame? I'm on the fence about this one. There isn't enough evidence to say if it's real or not. Let us know what you think about this latest Bigfoot footage. From one conspiracy that never goes away to another, unknown flying objects, or as they're now called, unknown aerial phenomenon.
I got this recliner. My neck would be broke right now. Damn.
Here's a man recording a bright, flashy object moving in the sky. It's twinkling, and there's no sound. It's quite high up. All we can see is a flashing dot of light. After a while, another one appears, moving from the opposite direction. Now we have two of them, moving in the same direction. So what are these? Can we attribute their source to something extraterrestrial, or is there a simpler, more earthly explanation? Could they just be satellites in high Earth orbit, and our cameraman, not knowing much about it, is confusing them for something else? There isn't enough material here to say conclusively one way or another. One thing's for sure, we're not seeing shooting stars. We're seeing something real. We just don't know exactly what it is. I really want to know what's happening in this next clip, because I have no explanation for it.
And play that right now if you're here with me right now. Thank you.
This man is communicating with a musical toy of some sort. He asks the instrument to play music if it is with him right now, and it plays. Next, he asks if it's a male. No response.
Are you a male or female? Play that if you are a male. Are you a female? Thank you.
Then he asks if it's a female, and it plays the music again. So, what's happening here? Is he really communicating with some sort of spirit that can only communicate through this instrument? How many of you remember the first season of Stranger Things? You remember Will communicating with his mom using the lights in the house. Well, does our world have an upside down too? I'm really baffled by this. If you have an explanation, let us know what it is. If you have an attic in your house, first install lights and a camera there. We've seen a lot of attic videos recently that have left us shivering. This person is trying to record something in the attic. What is that, little aliens? At first glance, they're creepy, but on closer inspection, they're not extraterrestrial. These are obviously some kind of birds that have nested in the attic. The way they stand and their eyes give an illusion of something otherworldly. I'm relieved this attic video didn't terrify us like the others. But seriously, take my advice and install lights and a camera in your attic. You never know what you might find up there. Mother Nature can be as beautiful as she is terrifying. We've all enjoyed a stunning sunset on the beach or a refreshing drizzle on a hot day. That's nature being nurturing, but she also has a fury that's beyond terrifying.
Hey,
look at this storm. Look at that fury. If those strong winds can do that to a tree, imagine what they could do to a person standing there. They'd go flying. I can't get over this. As terrifying as it is, it's also fascinating. We've built a modern world that protects us from nature's fury to a large extent. But imagine what our ancestors had to endure. Life was all about survival. Today, we take our world for granted. But the world we've built is like a house of cards. Electricity, mobile phones, the internet, all of these could come crumbling down at any time. We need to learn and teach our kids how to survive in nature just in case. We've seen some bizarre stuff on this channel, but here's one I never thought I'd see. This clip is from Vashon Island. What bizarre sight are we about to witness on an island? Well, this, yes, that is real. A tree has grown around an abandoned bike, engulfing and swallowing half of it, leaving the other half for us to see and admire. Our human lives are short, living moment to moment. But for the universe, things happen on a much larger scale, over years, decades, centuries, and millennia. Imagine a small sapling growing. Some kid, a few decades or half a century ago, left their bike there for some reason. The sapling grew around the bike initially, and over the years, it slowly lifted the bike a few feet above the ground as it grew. How fascinating would it have been if we had a time-lapse video of this? We've got plenty of ghost videos on this channel, and after a few hundred, you get an idea of where most ghosts are caught on camera, usually in dark, wild, abandoned places. But until now, I've never come across a ghost video from a gym in broad daylight. Well, there's a first time for everything.
Sí, parece que es una energía muy mala.
Ay, Dios mío, ¿qué le pasó?
Mamá, mire.
No, Dios, no, no, eso no es normal.
This man is exercising in a gym. He's the only one there. Weird things start happening, but he doesn't notice them at first. See those ropes rocking back and forth, even though nobody touched them, and then the light goes off in the stairway. Next, the medicine ball rolls over by itself. This spooks our man. He grabs his things to get out of there, but the ball rolls even further. As he's trying to make his way out, something pulls him by his legs and drags him across the floor. This is absolutely terrifying. Imagine the power it must take to lift and drag a person by the leg. This doesn't look staged at all. That man had nothing attached to him like strings to fake this. Whatever happened here is real. The only question is what? How comfortable are you now going to the gym and working out by yourself? Our world is packed with mysteries. Bermuda Triangle, ghosts, aliens, Loch Ness Monster, the list goes on. Just when we think the Bigfoot legend is fading, a new video surfaces to reignite the debate. Here's the latest one. A trucker is driving through the countryside at night, his truck's headlights cutting through the darkness. It looks like he's passing a work site, with trees lining both sides of the road and scattered equipment and sheds. As the truck turns, the dashcam captures something eerie. I doubt the driver even noticed. Focus on the center of the screen, between those trees. Is that a large Sasquatch or something even more sinister? The video claims it's Bigfoot, but I'm not convinced. This thing looks way scarier. Encountering a Bigfoot is terrifying, sure, but this is next level horror. That face, that body, it's more like an evil ghost than Bigfoot. Regardless, here's another clip to add to the thousands that keep the Bigfoot mystery alive. Talking of sinister things, what do you think hell would look like? There's no accurate description, and for good reason. If someone provided a first-hand account of hell, two things would be certain. 1, they've returned from the dead. 2, they were such a horrible human being that they ended up in hell. While the second seems plausible, the first is highly unlikely. But here's a clip that might come close to depicting what hell could look like. I'm not sure where this place is, but to me, this is what hell would look like. A place where time stands still, and you stare into the abyss of nothingness. Those chains serve as a constant reminder that you are bound to suffer in this void for eternity. The light at the end of the tunnel teases you with the possibility of breaking free, but you can't escape these shackles. This hopeless hope only aggravates the misery. Yes, this is what hell will be. It won't consist of monsters and cruel punishments. It will be a torment where you are left to ponder all your evil deeds for eternity. Tell me there's something worse than this. I'll wait. Speaking of hell, Have you ever wondered if the descriptions of hell in religious scriptures are true? The underworld, a deep pit, where the unredeemed dead and the evil spirits of the damned are left to torment for eternity. While I can't say for sure, here's a clip that might make you wonder if it could be. So, this person seems to think there's something important to show here. Why else would he be recording an underpass on a snowy night and filming a car coming out of the tunnel? Now, he's heading towards a house. Snow everywhere. He approaches a manhole. Okay, what are those sounds? I have no answer for what those sounds are, and that's what makes this so creepy. What could be in those manholes making such eerie noises? I've never encountered anything like this before. Is this the real-life version of it? Is there a Pennywise living in those sewers? If you encountered this, would you dare investigate? What do you think? Is the line between literature and reality blurring? Is Stephen King the creator? Or are these noises from the dreaded underworld? While we're on the topic of the undead in movies, what are your views on zombies? Could zombies be real? While you ponder that, here's a video that might make you wonder if they could be. This was caught on a friend's trail cam on a ranch on private property. Now tell me that isn't a zombie. Look at it walk. I can't imagine a living person moving like that. And look at its torso and those thin limbs. Even in this grainy video, it looks half dead. But the most terrifying part is that it seems to be heading somewhere with a purpose. I just hope nobody crossed its path and it walked away into eternity. How many of us can say we came face to face with a mountain lion and came out unscathed? Well, this reporter did, and she didn't even realize it.
Into our live shot. I think it's a dog. I'm not sure. But anyway.
This reporter is live on the scene, covering flooding from Spring Lake, Utah County, in the middle of the night. During the broadcast, she stops and says a dog just walked in. That's no dog, lady. That's a mountain lion. She's continuing to report as the lion casually strolls around her. She has no idea how close she came to danger. I hope that if I ever find myself in danger, I'm as lucky as this woman was. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. If there was ever any doubt that we're living in a simulation, this video might put that question to rest.
Video that thing, Max.
I am. I got it.
Are you videoing it?
Yeah. Hold on. It is just sitting there. Alan, baby, watch the road.
A couple is driving on a highway, and the man excitedly spots something in the sky and urges the woman to record it. What is it? Well, it looks like a glitch in the Matrix. You see this plane just motionless, hovering in midair. Tell me that isn't a glitch in the Matrix. And listen to the man. He says another plane just sitting in the sky.
Another plane just sitting in the sky.
Hold on, watch the road. I got it, man.
Are you freaking kidding me? That thing is just sitting there.
So, this is the second plane he's seen like this. This is baffling. Is there any logical explanation for this? I don't think this couple faked it. Could it be an illusion caused by the motion of the car and the plane? Unlikely, but possible. If this truly is a glitch in the Matrix, it could explain a lot of things we see on this channel. All could make sense if we're living in a Matrix. Our next clip is probably from India, as the man is speaking in Hindi and humming an Indian song. But what he captures is far from a Bollywood song or dance. It's something that will make you think twice before venturing into the wild alone. Our man is in a happy-go-lucky mood, walking through a stream in a jungle. It looks like he's all by himself. Then he hears a strange sound, pans his camera around, and captures this. I've never heard of Bigfoot sightings in India. Sure, there are claims of Yetis in the Himalayas, but this is a rainforest. So seriously, what was that? They do have black bears, but bears don't hide and stalk you. Whatever it was clearly stalking him. And when he spotted it, it tried to hide behind a tree. From what we could see, it felt like we captured a Sasquatch on camera. True to its nature, it was hiding and didn't want to be seen. Yes, there's always the possibility that it was a human in a costume, and this was all staged. But where's the fun in that? Our next footage is one of the most convincing pieces of evidence I've come across after watching thousands of clips on this channel about the existence of ghosts and spirits. This video is claimed to be from a Malaysian driving school. This couple seem to be wandering around the school after dark. They go into the building, checking for something. Nobody seems to be in the building apart from them. Then they walk to another building, a little farther away, and go into what looks like a conference room. It has a few long tables and many chairs. After talking for some time, the guy leaves the girl and goes to another room to get something. This is when the spooky stuff starts happening. See that door? There's nobody in the room apart from the guy. Yet the door is closing and stops halfway as he turns around to see what's happening. He's spooked but doesn't think much of it. Then things escalate. The 3 computers in the room turn on by themselves. Now our guy is starting to panic. The computers then turn off. After he has left, one of the sofas moves. Then the door slams shut, and the lights go off. Okay, how do you explain that? This definitely isn't a staged video. One, if it is staged, the production value is on par with a movie studio. They'd have to rent out the entire facility, which would be mighty expensive. And this looked like one continuous shot, not a collection of clips. So how did they pull off chairs and tables flying in one continuous shot? This is real, and to me, this is one of the most credible videos I've come across. Any doubt I had about the existence of the supernatural vanished with just this one video. If you feel otherwise, change my mind. I'm all ears. If there's any place where we should expect to see a lot of ghost videos, it would be the hospital. It's logical to think that a place where death is commonplace and a daily occurrence would be teeming with ghosts. Add to that the fact that most hospitals are full of cameras, and you'd expect a treasure trove of ghost footage. But that just doesn't seem to be the case. We only find a handful of ghost videos coming out of hospitals. However, here is a rare video from a hospital. Do you see that figure lurking in the room, playing hide and seek with our cameraman? That is no human being. For starters, it is translucent, and as it comes out, you can see the complete structure. So, is this what ghosts and spirits are? Translucent humanoid figures roaming the hallways for no reason? The aspect I find most astonishing about ghosts and spirits is why do we see so few of them? Considering the fact that more people have died in history than are alive today, our world should be full of ghosts and spirits. Yet, we only catch a glimpse every now and then. So just curious, what do you think is the criteria for a person to become a ghost after they are dead? Let us know in the comments. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Next up is a strange phenomenon that I'm not sure how to categorize. It could be natural, supernatural, or otherworldly. I have no idea. Let's get right into it.
The sun is not up there, so where's the light coming from? So the light came from the rocket? Oh, it's getting brighter too, like it's a portal into us or something. That's what it looks like.
What is this strange blue light in the sky? It could be sun rays passing through the clouds, but it's a clear sky with very few clouds. If it were sunlight, the whole sky should be illuminated with that strange blue hue. Also, the lady recording says the sun isn't out yet. She thinks it might be the tail smoke of some kind of rocket, or perhaps a portal of some sort opening up in the heavens. What do you think it is? I won't rule out otherworldly sources. Just consider this. There are 100 to 400 billion stars in our galaxy alone, and probably just as many planets. And beyond that, there are 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. The idea that ours is the only planet with life? I'm not buying it. There is life out there. The only question is, are they here? Here's a scene straight out of a fantasy movie, but it's real. This person is swimming in bioluminescent water. I'm not sure why the water is bioluminescent, but it's magical to look at. The only thing missing is a crescent moon and stars in the background. Enough said. Let's just take a moment to enjoy this. What was the first living creature to time travel? It was Einstein on October 26, 1985. No, not Albert Einstein the scientist, Einstein the dog from the 1985 movie, Back to the Future. If you're a fan of that film, you'll appreciate a bit of creative liberty. Our next video also features a dog, but what it does is even crazier than movie time travel. It teleports on camera. Check this out. Did you see that? Watch closely. Focus on where the dog disappears behind the tree and where it reappears. Now tell me that isn't the first living creature to teleport, because I can't think of any other logical explanation. Also, notice how the dog looks kind of startled after it reappears, like it knows something weird just happened. If that dog didn't teleport, then we might be living in a simulation, and that was a glitch in the Matrix. Just like the earlier plane video we saw. Deja vu? Next up, we have a real-life miniature monster from the depths of the ocean, the alligator snapping turtle.
Oh, it's quick.
Don't let its size fool you. When I say miniature monster, I mean it. This little guy is just a baby, but look at those ferocious reflexes and those tough, gnarly scales. Still not convinced it's a beast. Imagine this tiny terror growing up to 250 pounds. Now let's take it up a notch. Imagine it at a whopping 450 pounds. That's the size of the largest alligator snapping turtle ever recorded. Picture what a 450-pound turtle with that kind of ferocity could do to you. You'd be turtle chow in no time flat. There's a reason I always say, stay away from the ocean. My motto, dry and safe, folks. We seem to be encountering a lot of glitches in the Matrix today. The code must be corrupt, going haywire all over the place. Watch this. See that old man? Where did he come from? He was nowhere to be seen. And suddenly, he pops out of thin air on a highway. With vehicles moving that fast, there's no way he was just crossing the road and got lost in the bright lights. Or was he beamed up by Scotty, if you know what I mean? Imagine what could have happened if the car had run over him and this wasn't recorded on the dash cam. Scary to even think about. What do you think? Is this a glitch in the Matrix or something even stranger? Earlier, we had someone swimming in bioluminescent water. Now, we have someone walking in it. Does anyone know where this is? I'd be willing to break my dry and safe rule to try this just once. It looks absolutely magical, almost hallucinatory. There's something incredibly mesmerizing and oddly satisfying about it. Imagine the sensation of walking through a glowing, sparkling pathway, like stepping into a real-life fantasy. I can't be the only one who thinks this would be an unforgettable experience, right? Let's shift gears and delve into something a little unsettling. This clip takes us to a hospital in Mexico during a quiet night shift.
Miren. Acaban de ver eso.
It's 3:25 in the morning, and a doctor working the night shift starts hearing strange noises. He decides to record what's happening. In the footage, watch closely as a medical box in the corner, seemingly untouched, suddenly topples over. There's no one visible in the room, yet the box falls as if pulled by an unseen force. The doctor, while clearly startled, remains somewhat composed. The unexplained activity doesn't stop there. Down the hallway, a medical trolley begins to move on its own. The video clearly shows no one pushing it. The doctor cautiously investigates, checking behind curtains and every nook and cranny. Every chair is empty, every space devoid of a human presence. He returns to his starting point and the trolley rolls again. This footage is undeniably eerie. The unexplained movement, the unsettling silence. It's hard to explain with logic alone. Are we witnessing something supernatural? Hospitals, with their association with life and death, are often seen as gateways to the unknown. Let's hope none of us ever encounter such activity on our own night shifts. Let's take a step into the unknown. This next clip features some unsettling footage captured on a security camera. At first glance, it seems like a normal afternoon. A man exits a house, his shadow stretching out behind him in the sunlight. But then, take a closer look. A shadowy figure appears beside the man's shadow, seemingly mimicking his movements. It almost resembles a child holding hands and walking alongside him. The man continues on his way, completely oblivious to the presence beside him. This is where things get strange. How do we explain this anomaly? Can it be dismissed as a trick of the light? Or is there something more at play? This footage, paired with the video of the unexplained activity in the Mexican hospital, raises some intriguing questions. Do these clips hint at a reality beyond our understanding? Are we witnessing spirits or some other unexplained phenomenon? The truth remains a mystery. This clip serves as a reminder that the unseen can sometimes be unsettling, leaving us with more questions than answers. What do you think? Is there a logical explanation? Or is there more to this story? Watching a tornado tear through cities and fields is scary enough, but imagine being stuck right in its path, wondering how you'd survive. This video might give you some clues.
That's not you! Tornado! Fucking tornado! Stay low! Stay low!
An adventurous family was on a camping trip in the Canadian forest near Toronto. Little did they know, their peaceful getaway was about to take a wild turn. The video shows them setting up camp, enjoying the tranquility of the woods. Suddenly, the dad's phone pierces the calm with a thunderstorm warning.
Environment Canada has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Mobile coverage area, take cover immediately if threatening.
Panic flashes in his eyes as he spots a monstrous tornado churning in the distance. Thinking fast, Dad yells for his kids to get inside the camping hut and take cover. The tornado hits with a fury, the wind howling like a banshee as it wreaks havoc all around them. Huddled inside the hut, the family can only wait it out, their screams muffled by the deafening roar.
Oh, no, no, no! Please, no! Stay low! Stay low! Holy fuck!
Finally, when the noise dies down, they cautiously peek outside. The sight that greets them is unbelievable. Every single tree is flattened, the landscape completely transformed. Shaken but unharmed, they eventually make their way back home. The video ending there. This encounter has to be one of the most terrifying things ever. But one question lingers. How did their little hut survive such a monstrous twister? My guess is the base of the hut might be partially underground, anchoring it to the ground.
Tornado! Fucking tornado! Stay low!
Tornadoes are weird, man. The damage they cause can be unpredictable. We've all seen videos of people rescuing animals, and it's definitely a good thing. But what if the animal, well, isn't exactly cooperating? This hilarious video doing the rounds on TikTok shows a guy trying to help a sheep with a unique sense of direction. The scene opens with a sheep hopelessly stuck in a large gap in the ground. The guy uses all his might, a strap, and some serious arm strength to finally pull the sheep free. As the sheep gets free, it takes off running, all happy and relieved, right into another gap, just a bit further down the path. Talk about a deja vu moment. The guy helping out can't help but burst into laughter, and that's where the video cuts off. Listen, I know sheep aren't exactly known for their rocket science skills, but falling back into the same hole you just escaped from, that's some next level confusion. Hopefully, the guy managed to snag the sheep again, and maybe this time they could discuss a different escape route. Have you ever seen something so bizarre that your brain just goes nope, can't compute? Well, buckle up because this video is a brain cardio.
What the hell is this?
Seriously, what in the world is this thing? A woman in Las Vegas, Nevada captured this footage on the side of the road. In the video, we see a strange creature unlike anything I've ever seen before. It's completely black, with a gooey, slug-like body and a bunch of tentacles wriggling everywhere. It doesn't even have a clear head or tail. It just kind of oozes around using its tentacles to move. It's seriously creepy and unsettling. I did some serious internet sleuthing, but I couldn't find anything even remotely close to this creature. So, the big question, is this something from another planet or a deep sea dweller that somehow ended up on dry land? If any of you cryptozoology enthusiasts out there have a clue what this might be, leave a comment and enlighten the rest of us. Imagine 30 or 40 years ago if someone told you they saw a headless animal running around. You'd probably think they were crazy, right? Well, times have changed as now we have video evidence just like this one. This mysterious video, shot in Japan by an unknown person, comes from an industrial site. The camera pans across some machinery, then zooms in on a railroad track, and that's where things get weird. We see a creature, what appears to be an elk, running across the tracks and into the woods. But here's the creepy thing, it has no head. The elk's body seems to be moving normally, but where its neck should be, there's nothing. So, is this truly a headless elk living its best headless life? Now, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say no. My guess is this is more of an illusion than anything. Maybe the elk's head is just bent way down, like it's sniffing the ground, creating the illusion of a headless body. It's definitely a possibility. But hey, if that's not the case, then maybe we do have some creepy headless elk running around out there. Have you ever stumbled upon something so unsettling that the urge to grab a flamethrower and incinerate it becomes overwhelming? Well, this video is about to deliver exactly that. What on earth is that? This footage, captured by a villager in Thailand, showcases a bizarre gathering in his field. The video reveals a pulsating mass of hundreds of worms, writhing together, forming a single grotesque entity. Each individual worm writhes in unison, creating a truly unsettling spectacle. Now, hold on a creepy, crawly minute. While the sight might be stomach-churning, these aren't actually worms. They're a large cluster of centipedes. This behavior, known as aggregation, is a common survival tactic for centipedes. They huddle together for protection from predators, to conserve moisture in dry environments, or to find more suitable living conditions. Environmental changes like heavy rainfall, flooding, or droughts can trigger this mass gathering as their usual habitat becomes disrupted. While the science behind it is fascinating, I can't deny the initial urge to torch the whole thing, just to erase the memory. Ever heard the saying, when life throws you lemons, make lemonade? Well, in Thailand, nature just threw a whole lot of fish their way. This video, captured by a local, shows a scene straight out of a fish lover's dream. A Thai beach is teeming with small fish. A literal frenzy where there seems to be more fish than water. Everyone's buzzing with excitement, scooping up as many fish as their buckets can hold. The fish are practically leaping out of the water, creating a chaotic yet exhilarating spectacle. It's a fishy free-for-all, with people practically stepping on them in their haste. But what caused this fishy flood? This phenomenon, known as a fish run or beaching, can be triggered by environmental factors. Changes in water temperature, oxygen levels, or salinity can prompt fish to seek refuge closer to shore. In this case, it appears to be a natural event, a windfall for the local community who are seizing this unexpected bounty. We've all had that terrifying thought that you're peacefully using the toilet when a snake lunges out and bites you. The stuff of nightmares. Well, believe it or not, this video shows that fear becoming reality. This is exactly what my nightmares are made of. The video, captured by a homeowner in Manhattan, shows a truly horrifying scene. A large snake erupts from the toilet bowl, its body coiled tightly in a defensive posture. The snake's scales and aggressive stance send shivers down your spine. Thankfully, the homeowner heard the slithering sounds and reacted quickly, avoiding a potential disaster. These slithery creatures can indeed access our pipes through underground sewer systems, making them not only unwelcome guests, but potentially dirty ones too. Let's just say, after watching this, I'm definitely going to check the toilet bowl a few extra times before sitting down. Nature, ever the wondrous mystery box, throws some truly bizarre things our way sometimes. Take these creatures in the next clip, for example. This video, captured by a fisherman, showcases two strange creatures gliding through the water. These elongated white forms resemble snakes at first glance, but their slender, fish-like bodies and distinctive dorsal patterns set them apart. If you get a closer look, you can see features like a mouth, making them appear more like elongated fish. I did some digging online to identify these mysterious creatures. And guess what? They might just be white ribbon eels. Some viewers who've seen the video suspect they could be deep sea dwellers. But I'm leaning towards a more common eel species we just don't see very often. What do you think? Mention fish and most people picture harmless little guys sifting through the water. But this next video will definitely change your perspective.
Please welcome Baker Matt.
What a beast! A group of fishermen on a fishing trip stumbled upon a real monster and decided to capture it on camera. This fish is definitely on the larger side. But that's not what's got the fishermen spooked. As the camera zooms in on its mouth, you get a good look at its terrifying teeth. Rows of sharp pointed spikes. These chompers give the fish a ferocious sea monster vibe. Honestly, I can't help but imagine what would happen if you stuck your hand in there. Let's just say it wouldn't come out looking pretty. We've all seen stray dogs, cats, maybe even the occasional bear wandering the streets. But a stray crocodile. Welcome to Maharashtra. This video, captured by a driver in Maharashtra after a heavy rainfall, shows something most people wouldn't expect. A massive crocodile, looking completely at ease, is casually strolling down the street. Cars are parked around it, drivers filming this unbelievable sight. The croc appears to be fully grown, but thankfully it doesn't seem aggressive, and just walks on like it owns the place. After its little walkabout, the croc even decides to take a rest, plopping right down in the middle of the road. Imagine being a pedestrian and seeing this behemoth coming your way. You might think you can outrun it, but trust me, a quick Google search will tell you otherwise. One thing's for sure, India definitely has some unique stray problems. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Remember how we all believed in fairies as kids? Well, what if I told you there's a video that might reignite that childhood wonder?
Look, why do you be eating like that? Feed it. Alright, so let me know. I'm gonna let this stay. Let me know.
Did you catch that? This clip, captured from a live stream, shows something incredibly strange. The streamer is initially filming a tree from afar, with notifications of viewers joining popping up on the screen. Then, they zoom in on a specific knot or hole in the tree trunk. The video ends abruptly, but that's not all. Slowing down and zooming in further on that same spot, you can see a flicker of movement inside the hole. Take an even closer look. Is that a tiny person peeking out? It disappears back inside the tree just as quickly. This little figure looks eerily similar to the fairies we've seen in cartoons and online, just without the wings. Some viewers are convinced it's computer-generated imagery, but to me it looks pretty genuine. The texture and quality of the creature seem to match the surroundings perfectly. Now, if this is real, maybe our childhood dreams of seeing a fairy really aren't so far-fetched after all. Beaches are picture perfect during the day, a place to soak up the sun, catch some waves, and relax. But at night, things can take a turn for the spooky. This video, captured at a beach at night, showcases a truly bizarre sighting. It's nighttime, and everything is shrouded in darkness except for a single light in the distance. As the camera zooms in on the light, a massive humanoid figure emerges from the water. It stands up, seemingly noticing the cameraman, and then starts running towards them. The video cuts out right there, leaving us hanging with this terrifying image. That was creepy. The figure definitely looks unsettling, but something about the light source seems a little off. It could be a hoax, maybe someone in a costume using the light for better visibility. However, even a tiny sliver of doubt is enough to send shivers down your spine. If this were real, let's just say nighttime beach trips would be a thing of the past for me. Ever heard of interdimensional beings? Those creatures that exist outside our own reality. If you didn't, this person captured a video just for you.
¿Cuándo vio eso?
Pues yo lo veo como esclavo. Tatuaje ahí corrió todo. Digo, no es algo normal en la casa, porque nunca se ha visto nada.
This clip, captured by a news channel, features an interview with a father and son who accidentally recorded something strange. The father explains that his child was filming his back tattoo. As the camera pans to the son's face and then back to the father, a terrifying creature appears in the frame. The creature looks unnatural, a creepy mix of feline and human feature. The father reveals they've been hearing strange noises and footsteps, adding another layer to the mystery. But then he offers a possible explanation. Traditionally, some Ecuadorian families kept small bones from deceased loved ones, believing the spirits would protect their home. The father suggests these huesitos, small bones, might have something to do with the creature. Seems the family leans towards a ghostly explanation rather than aliens. Whatever this thing is, one thing's for sure, it looks out of place in our world. The debate about alien existence continues to rage on, with believers and skeptics locked in a cosmic battle. This video from Brazil might just be the evidence both sides need. This clip, captured by local fishermen in Brazil, showcases a truly bizarre catch. In the video, we see a box containing a strange humanoid creature. The lower body appears human-like, but the head is where things get creepy and alien. It has large, exaggerated features, big eyes, prominent ears, and an oversized head. The skin texture seems human, but the facial structure is undeniably alien. The person who captured the creature claims they found it already dead after pulling it in from the water. This raises a ton of questions. What kind of creature is this? Was it an alien? And if so, what was it doing in the ocean? Did it drown? or was something more sinister at play? The video leaves us with more questions than answers, sending shivers down the spines of believers and skeptics alike. We've witnessed the beautiful, the terrifying, and the compassionate. Now, let's close on a truly bizarre note. What is this? It resembles an old man with strange markings, or perhaps ritual makeup. But that's completely wrong. This appears to be a newborn goat, with the strangest face imaginable. Nature, what happened here? I can't even find its mouth. And those eyes, they look painted on, as if it was born without any. If not for this video, describing it wouldn't even come close to the reality. It leaves you wondering, what other unimaginable oddities does Mother Nature have in store? Reddit is a treasure trove of information, offering solutions to hyper-specific problems and heartwarming stories. But it can also be a breeding ground for unsettling posts that leave you chilled to the bone, just like this homeowner's video. Creepy, right? The video hails from a California neighborhood where a homeowner captured something unsettling. It's nighttime, and a heavy, almost monstrous breathing fills the air in the neighborhood. It sounds like something massive, inhaling and exhaling with a chilling rasp. This bone-chilling sound continues for the entire 1 minute and 45 seconds of the video. Not knowing the source is what makes it truly eerie. Now, there might be a logical explanation, but for the life of me, I can't imagine what or who could be making that horrifying noise. The sky, our natural ceiling, is typically a source of beauty and serenity, dotted with fluffy clouds or painted with vibrant sunsets. But this video from Indonesia captures a truly eerie skyscape. Believe it or not, this isn't a scene from a science fiction film, but reality captured by a local villager in Indonesia. The video shows the sky ablaze in an unsettling red, as if a giant red fluorescent bulb illuminates it. The cameraman pans across the scene, revealing a blood-red sky stretching from horizon to horizon. This otherworldly glow bathes the buildings and ground in an ominous red light. The apocalyptic scene is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. But what caused this nightmarish transformation? The culprit is a haze crisis that choked the entire region back in 2019. Oil palm farmers, opting for expediency over sustainability, resorted to slash and burn techniques to clear the jungle. This environmental disaster ignited massive fires that ravaged the natural habitat. While the video undeniably evokes a sense of impending doom, it serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of human actions on the environment. We may think we've explored most of our land, but the vast oceans remain a mystery. Unfathomable creatures lurk in its depths, just like the one captured in this video.
Seems to be some sort of alien creature growing off our dock. It's growing on the wood. It's like a gelatin growing over the tree branch.
This bizarre specimen was filmed by a group of fishermen in Hayden Lake, Idaho. The video captures something unlike anything they, or perhaps anyone, has ever seen before. The creature's texture appears gelatinous, and its form is undeniably strange. As the fishermen zoom in, we see a body composed of a jelly-like substance. Its proportions are unsettling, with oddly shaped arms, a tail, and a feature that can barely be described as a face. There's no doubt this is an aquatic creature, but the mystery deepens. Is it a product of genetic mutation, a denizen of the deep unknown, or something even more outlandish, an alien visitor from another world? The video leaves us with more questions than answers, but one thing's for sure: the strangeness of the ocean depths is truly captivating. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Nature is the ultimate mystery box. Sometimes it throws us creatures so bizarre, we can't help but scratch our heads. This video is a prime example. This footage was captured by a beachgoer in Canada who stumbled upon something truly strange. From the first glimpse, the creature bears an uncanny resemblance to a human face. Eyes, a nose, and even a mouth. But then things get weird. Its body is circular, covered in tiny hairs, and has this strange cheetah-like texture. As the camera zooms in, we see it contracts to move, and there appears to be some kind of liquid building up in its eyes. I did some digging and found that this might be a smooth pufferfish, or a similar species. However, that human-like face throws a wrench in any logical explanation. Could it be a genetic mutation? Or maybe even an alien visitor? Who knows? Do you think an umbrella is enough for a trip outside when it's about to rain? Watch this video and decide for yourself. A coffee shop owner caught this footage of two parked cars taking a beating right outside his window. It's raining all right, but not with the kind of stuff you expect. Forget raindrops or even hail. We're talking massive leaves, garden debris, even what looks like rocks pummeling these cars. It's like a scene straight out of a biblical apocalypse. The entire vehicles get pelted with this bizarre, destructive downpour. Now, don't panic about meteors just yet. This was actually a hailstorm, so severe. It ripped leaves and branches off the trees like they were nothing. There might even be some broken roof tiles mixed in with this icy fury. You can actually see the rear window of the black car getting shattered in the first few seconds of the clip. Even if it's just hail, this video makes you seriously reconsider venturing out in rainy weather. This next mind-bender of a video I found on Reddit shows ice breaking on a frozen lake, but not in the way you'd expect. Crazy, right? This video shows a frozen lake with something causing major mayhem under the ice, creating a mini ice volcano. You can actually see what looks like a giant claw ripping through the ice as it moves beneath the surface. Those monstrous appendages just break right through like it's nothing, leaving a trail of broken ice that piles up like a volcano. Some viewers were freaking out. What kind of monster could be doing this with its claws? Or maybe those are some seriously impressive antlers. After digging around in the comments, I found a much more logical explanation. Apparently, it's a cluster of small willow or poplar stems pushing up through cracks in the rocks at the bottom of the lake. There's only a few inches of water under that thin ice, and somehow these little guys managed to cause a major ice eruption. So even though it's not a monster movie come to life, this ice volcano is still pretty darn amazing. Classical music fans, you know the accordion sound. But have you ever heard a ghost play one? Let me tell you, it's not exactly a joyful experience. Seriously, who's playing that? This video comes from a homeowner who was startled by the sound of a harmonium coming from his grandfather's room. The kicker, his grandpa had passed away a long time ago, and there was no one else in the house. The homeowner grabbed his camera and headed to his grandpa's room, where he captured this unsettling scene. The grandfather's harmonium was playing by itself, the bellows slowly expanding and contracting, producing an eerie melody. Needless to say, the homeowner was freaked out and confused. There was no logical explanation. It was playing on its own. This whole situation is seriously creepy, especially considering the homeowner mentioned his grandpa loved playing the harmonium. Maybe it's his grandpa's spirit back for a late-night practice session? Imagine waking up to this nightmare. Water halfway up your window. That's exactly what happened to a homeowner in Hamburg, Germany. This intense video comes straight from Hamburg. A homeowner captured their ground floor engulfed by water. The footage shows water raging up to the middle of the window, crashing against the glass like a wild beast. Waves are forming and hitting the window with force. But thankfully, the window seems to be holding strong. While the location isn't confirmed, it looks like a dock building, and that water level at the ground floor is seriously scary. The way the water slams against the window makes you think it could break at any moment, especially if debris gets swept up in the waves. Honestly, I wouldn't be brave enough to stay in that room with water threatening to burst through. Ever heard of glowing sand and sea? Well, if you haven't, get ready to be shocked and amazed by this video from a beach.
Oh, check out this bioluminescent algae in the sand. Oh wow. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Oh yes.
This video showcases a breathtaking beach phenomenon that looks straight out of a fairy tale. As you watch, you'll see the mesmerizing bluish glow that illuminates the sand with each step and shimmers in the water as surfers and swimmers glide through it. The source of this captivating light show: bioluminescent algae nestled within the sand. These tiny organisms emit flashes of bluish-green light when disturbed in their watery habitat. However, a word of caution: while undeniably beautiful, these algae can be harmful if touched. Bioluminescent algae blooms can have severe effects on human health, so it's best to avoid contact with the water. Remember, even the most stunning natural displays can pose risks. Admire the glowing spectacle from a safe distance and avoid swimming in waters containing algal bloom. We often associate miracles with unexplainable events, but sometimes what seems like magic has a scientific explanation. Take this video captured by police in Andhra Pradesh, India. This video was captured by the local Andhra Pradesh police in India, showcasing an extraordinary scene in the heart of the forest. In the footage, we witness a group of police officers gathered around a tree while one officer, using a tender coconut knife, scrapes at the trunk. As he removes a chunk of the tree, to everyone's amazement, water starts gushing out. The water continues to flow from the trunk as if there's a hidden spring within the tree. This phenomenon appears miraculous, but there's a fascinating explanation behind it. Such occurrences are often caused by an underground water stream running beneath the tree. Due to pressure differences, the water ascends through the trunk, and when it's opened, it flows out in a spectacular display. No matter the scientific reason behind it, the sight is undeniably mesmerizing. Imagine being deep in the Russian wilderness when night falls and you realize you're lost. That's the nightmare scenario a hiker found himself in, and what happened next will send shivers down your spine. Take a good look. This video, captured by the hiker himself, shows a dense forest at night. But that's not all. Peer through the bushes. Do you see that? A pair of glowing eyes stare directly at the camera, reflecting the flash in an unnerving gaze. The feeling of being watched in the vast darkness is enough to shake you up. But the horror doesn't stop there. As the camera pans to the side, another pair of eyes emerges from the shadows. The video cuts short, leaving us with a lingering sense of dread. What were those eyes? Their height suggests a large animal, maybe a wildcat. Yet the shape is strangely humanoid. This encounter has sparked a firestorm of theories. Could it be a trick of the light, a nocturnal predator, or something entirely unknown? What do you think lurks in the darkness of this Russian forest? Nessie on vacation. The Loch Ness Monster, a legendary creature from Scottish folklore, might not be confined to its namesake lake after all. This recent video from Albania has sparked debate online. The footage appears to capture a massive creature with a long neck emerging from a lake. The resemblance to classic Loch Ness Monster photos is uncanny. After briefly breaking the surface, the mysterious creature dips back under, leaving viewers to speculate. Some believe it's a giant catfish. But have you ever seen a catfish with such an elongated neck? To me, it looks uncannily like Nessie. But what could a legendary Scottish monster be doing in an Albanian lake? Did Nessie decide to take a prehistoric vacation? Or is there something even more mysterious lurking in the depths? One thing's for sure, this video reignites the legend of the Loch Ness Monster and opens the door to exciting possibilities. Nature's got its traps, from tiny carnivorous plants that snap shut on insects to, well, giant plants that can snag something much bigger, sheep.
People think I'm joking when I call brambles carnivorous plants, but before you sneer, just look at the evidence. Hey darling, you're a bit stuck, aren't you? If no one rescued this lamb, it would be dead in a couple of days.
A farmer stumbled upon a horrifying sight during his daily rounds. One of his sheep was caught in a bizarre struggle. The sheep was firmly entangled, thrashing against a prickly bush. The farmer wasted no time, pulling out a knife to free the distressed animal from the bramble's grasp. Now the farmer suspected something strange. Were these brambles turning carnivorous? Convinced of a plant conspiracy, the farmer decided to demonstrate. He approached another sheep grazing nearby. As the unsuspecting sheep reached for some berries, it became ensnared by the bramble's thorns. The farmer quickly intervened, freeing the sheep once again. This incident certainly raises an eyebrow. While brambles aren't actively hunting prey, Their sharp thorns can be a serious threat. Imagine taking a stroll through the woods and some plant shackling you for life there. As technology races forward, the line between alien activity and secret government projects blurs. This video from the US is a prime example.
I don't know, man. That's cool. There's like 3 of them. Look, 4 of them.
The footage, captured by an apartment resident, shows a bizarre object streaking across the sky. This cone-shaped entity leaves a thick, smoky trail in its wake, and a strange, whitish field appears to surround it. As the cameraman zooms in, a second, similar object can be seen, flying in the opposite direction. But the strangeness doesn't end there. Moments later, a third object streaks across the sky, this time with an eerie orange glow, before vanishing without a trace. Unsurprisingly, speculation is running wild. Enthusiasts are calling it extraterrestrial activity, while others suspect a secret government missile test or a new satellite launch. Whatever it was, it certainly leaves a shroud of mystery. Ever wondered how to draw a perfect circle? Nature might have the answer, as shown in this next video.
Не могу, что это такое.
А да покатаемся, пап?
Где?
This clip, hailing from Russia, captures a strange phenomenon on a frozen lake. We see a vast expanse of ice, interrupted by a perfectly circular cutout. The sheer size and flawless form of this circle are baffling. It appears to be swimming slowly across the surface. The cameraman and onlookers are understandably bewildered. It looks as if a giant cookie cutter scooped out this section of ice with surgical precision. Viewers are buzzing with theories. Aliens, elaborate pranks, you name it. Of course, if it is man-made, then kudos to the mastermind behind it. But if not, well, maybe aliens do have a thing for perfect shapes. For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in.